With no less than 12 individual Group 1 winners in the lineup, the Racing Post described this year's Golden Jubilee as arguably the classiest sprint ever run in Britain. But when push came to shove, nothing could live with Star-Spangled Banner.
Star-Spangled Banner, near side, Star-Spangled Banner has won it.
His last piece of work, his second last furlong, was just under 9.5 seconds. Never saw it before at home, you know. So, like, when a horse is able to do that part of the work, we never saw a horse able to go that quick before. Like, we never had a horse able to go that fast, like furlong by furlong. Do you understand? Like, you don't record those kind of times. We've never recorded them anyway.
I remember saying to my co-commentator Richard Hoyles before the Golden Jubilee that this was just about one of the best sprint fields we could ever remember, and Star-Spangled Banner beat them all.
Next stop for the striking chestnut was Newmarket's July course, for what is regarded by many as Europe's premier sprint.
Star-Spangled Banner digging in here to win the July Cup.
The time was a near record, and faster than previous winners Oasis Dream, Annaba and Green Desert, who have all gone on to make their mark at stud. Remember, of course, that these Group 1 successes were achieved before Star-Spangled Banner reached his 4th birthday, yet he carried the same as the European-bred older horses. Remember also that his July Cup win came at the end of an 11-month spell, during which he'd been first past the post in 7 of his 11 starts.
Effectively a Southern Hemisphere 4-year-old competing on disadvantageous weight for age terms during our summer campaign. So effectively, the earlier he was winning, the slightly better those performances in all probability.
Well, Star-Spangled Banner had to have some incredible constitution to do what he did, having been shipped across from down under. And his performance in the July Cup was particularly special, I thought, the way that he showed that blinding pace to get across that far rail. And I stood next to him in the parade ring at Haydock on the day of the Betfred Sprint Cup, and the horse had a real aura about him, an enormous physical presence, and almost as if to say to the other sprinters, what on earth are you doing in the same parade ring as me?
Back in the Caulfield Guineas, he showed he had the class to stay a mile, winning in a faster time than multiple champion sire Redute's Choice.
Still Star-Spangled Banner at the 100 metres from Carrara Manhattan Rain. They're not going to get him. Star-Spangled Banner all the way over 2 lengths.
Then, back at Caulfield, he scored again at the highest level, this time over 5.5 furlongs in the Oakley Plate.
Star-Spangled Banner leads a charge with Avenue getting up along the inside, Hitway flashing home, Eagle Falls starting to swamp them now, Aranos pushing through. What's going to win this? They hit the line. Star-Spangled Banner.
A winner between 5 furlongs and a mile in Australia, so a horse with great versatility, a horse of terrific presence as well. When he walked around the parade ring, you know, he really just tended to fill the eye and really stood out a little bit on looks.
But as well as having the speed and toughness often associated with the Australian breds, Star-Spangled Banner has class and quality in abundance. A higher rated sprinter than his sire, grandsire and great-grandsire Danehill, Star-Spangled Banner also hails from one of the most consistently successful families in Australasia over many generations. His close relative Haraldson also enjoyed Group 1 success at Royal Ascot, while Elvstrom notched up no less than 6 Group 1s, including the Dubai Duty Free.
A tremendously imposing horse to look at. I saw him first when we visited Ballydoyle, and you couldn't fail to be impressed by his physique. Pure strength and power and speed, everything a sprinter should be. Aidan was raving about him, said he was doing 9-second furlongs and so forth at home.
I think in terms of sprinting, Star-Spangled Banner was probably just about the best sprinter we've seen in this country since his sire Choisir, that season where Choisir locked horns with Oasis Dream. They were 2 very superior sprinters, and I think Star-Spangled Banner was probably the best that we've seen since.
So he's got pedigree, confirmation, he's got top class performances you know, on 2 different continents. He must have a lot of appeal.
Think speed and toughness. Think class and quality. Think Star-Spangled Banner.